Hello, beautiful souls. There's something very important that I want to clarify about my work. And it's that the experience and the results that you've heard me speak about previously, well, they all happen in person. They all happen with me one-on-one, working directly with me. And that's important because my process has never simply been just put headphones on and listen to a frequency. No. It's an entire process: the nervous system regulation, the environment, the grounding, the light and the sound and vibrations, the crystals and the stones, the sacred geometry, even down to the intentional use of oils on my 7 chakras, and even the heated Himalayan salt and Mediterranean salts that I incorporated into my healing chamber environment last year that were underneath the massage table that I would lay down on. It was all there for a reason. It's all intentional, as I designed it all as a system working together. And from the very beginning, I intentionally designed my healing chamber to mimic certain aspects of the outdoor environment. You see, outside we have the sun. So inside my healing chamber, I incorporated LED grow lights at the head and the feet. I incorporated a UV light along with red light therapy. And all of this was to bring aspects of sunlight into the environment. Outside, we have the earth. We can just put our feet onto and connect and ground and receive those benefits. So, inside I incorporated a grounded copper sheet underneath the linen that I would lay down on. And that would bring that grounding element into the environment. I also incorporated Tesla coils, plasma balls with the crystals and stones and the heated salt. And it's all there intentionally, as the elements are there working together. But now, instead of recreating these selected aspects, I'll say, of nature indoors, what I'm doing is I'm taking it directly to the source, which I've been doing this entire time myself, aside from being in the healing chamber environment that I created. I've been coming out here doing the same thing, grounding in the sunlight. And that's why I'm sharing it also with you. And I'm taking that process directly back outside, outdoors, because the sun is right here. We all can go outside, put our feet on the earth and ground. We all can feel the sunlight. We all have access to the sun and the earth. We all have access to nature all around us. So ground. Let's work together. Let's let the elements work together. Let our body work with the elements. Ground. Practice breath work and slow down. Feel the sunlight on your skin, the earth beneath your feet. Hydrate properly with water. Become present in the present moment and listen to a sound bath through your headphones. Allow your nervous system to shift, regulate first, and then move into one of my pinpointed frequency sessions second. That's my process. But here's where this next phase becomes really interesting. I'm not physically there this time. You see, everything I've previously observed happened with me physically there, present. I guided the process. I observed the person in the environment I controlled the environment. My presence and energy were all part of those experiences in person. But here's the truth of it. I can't physically be everywhere at once. Unless you can get to me, or I have a means to get to you. We can't always work together one-on-one, and I get that. Geography, distance, I get that. And yes, I am absolutely open to traveling. If you can come and work with me, let's work together. If I have the means to travel and get to you, I'm open to that too. Because I'll be honest, I prefer in person. Can't fake that. That's pure authenticity. Can't fake that energy. So I want to continue my in-person work. I enjoy working with people. I enjoy helping people. But when distance separates us, well, that's why I created the inner circle. You see, I've taken my process and I've laid it out step by step. The nervous system work, the sound bath, root to crown, the targeted frequency work in there, the sequence, and the environment I'm asking you to create. So, this is all that so that you can experience this process remotely. And here's what makes this really important. I've never done my process remotely like this before. Like I said previously, I was there. Now, you're following the process step by step independently. And yeah, that's a major variable. So let's see what happens, beautiful soul. Let's see what happens. Let's see if people will experience something similar to what I've observed and lived in person, or let's see if it takes longer. What will the experience show us? Will the experiences be different? Or will I discover that my physical presence and my energy that I bring into the environment, maybe I'll see that it plays a bigger role than I originally realized. I don't know. But I want to find out. That's why I'm asking you to document your experience. Establish your starting point and follow the steps. Be consistent and observe yourself. And please, don't skip directly to the targeted session. Remember, regulate your nervous system first and then address a targeted session second. If your remote experience is similar to what I've observed in person, then that tells me something. But if it's different, well, that tells me something too. And if you eventually experience the process remotely and want to work with me in person, then even better. Then at that point we can compare the two experiences and you can see how you feel. That's how we continue learning and how I continue to learn from what I've created. Because my method isn't simply just listen to an audio file. It's the whole process. The healing chamber that was intentionally designed last year was to bring selected aspects of the outdoor environment indoors into a controlled environment. Now I'm taking that process back outside to the source, to the environment that inspired the healing chamber in the very first place. I mean, after all, I was outside in the yard last year. Oh, actually, more. It's been a while when I was out there in the yard meditating, and this all came to me. And I want to make this accessible to people, even when geography may separate us. You know, if we can work in person when we can, great. I'm open to in-person sessions. But the inner circle is there when distance separates us. Either way, follow the process. The steps are there. I'm right here. Document your experience. Ask questions when you have them. And let's see what happens.